Emily in Paris lied to me about Paris. I recently went to Paris again, and I want to share my experience here with you. So, obviously, I'm not naive. I'm from Eastern Europe, and I'm very, very well with my common sense, and I don't think that I'm a naive person about going to, cities like Paris or London. But I want to talk in this video about the lie that Emily in Paris has been telling the world about Paris. My experience in Paris was not bad. Like, I cannot say that it was a bad experience. Some of the bad things that, I faced was the weather, the high prices. Like, I wasn't imagining that would be that expensive. I mean, it's cheaper than some places, but it's also for European on average level. I don't like calling it like European, but there is a level, like it's very expensive. Um, but I mean, it's Paris, so it's okay. Like, you cannot complain that much. But exactly, like the prices, the weather, it was windy and rainy. I went there last week actually, and unfortunately, I did not film anything from there. I just took pictures of myself, of course, because narcissism, we live in this society, and I do like taking pictures of myself. I had very good outfits, even. Like, I had such good outfits. I love dressing up, but because it was that shitty of a weather, I could have gone in pajama because my coat was covering everything, and I was just not I'm not that crazy like some other girls that would intentionally, like, obviously take off their coats to show off their outfits. I mean, good for you. You're having a good picture. I'm just here looking like a bum, but that's okay. I mean, on the inside, I look good. Um, but yeah, Paris wasn't obviously that bad. Like, I had very, very low expectations about Paris just because of all the videos I have seen online. And I'm going to show you one video in mind that I want to show this contrast of Emily in Paris and of other people that were actually there and actually saw with their eyes that Emily, I don't know in what Paris you are, but that's not definitely not really the Paris that I went to. And as I said, like, I had very low expectations because of pickpocketing, criminality, trash. I had low expectations. But obviously, Emily shows a side of perfection. Like, she shows the side of Paris that maybe was like 30 years ago, but it's not there anymore. Like, Paris, I didn't even feel the French spirit there. Like, obviously, I went there, it was nice. Like, it was actually more or less clean, and they had nice stores and fanciness, and it was fine. But the French spirit, the French vibe, it's just not there anymore. You have this big cultural shift. You had obviously a lot of people from many other cultures there. I mean, I didn't even see French people, like proper native French people. I'm not talking about like people that were born there with, other from other cultures. I'm talking like French people, like Emmanuel Macron French people. Like, I didn't even see that really. Like, where were they? Obviously, I went to tourist spots, but yeah, I should have seen like one or two, just for the mix. Oh, okay, this fell, but that's okay. So Emily in Paris is painting this picture of this perfect Paris vibe, with the barrettes and the fashion, and she's always dining in restaurants, like living her best life. But yeah, that's not it. Unfortunately, that is not it. You see, I have put this trailer from Emily in Paris here, but I actually want to show you this video from a person called Neil. Do you see it? Yes. Neil McCoy Ward, that he was in Paris like maybe 2 weeks before I did, and he has a very different view of what Paris is. Like, the biggest thing for me in Paris was that it wasn't a bad experience. Again, I'm saying this and I'm standing by this, but there was a lot of military people. Like I felt like, what are we doing? Like, do they have signs of someone coming and bombing us, or what's going on? There were so many policemen. No, not the policemen, the freaking military, like everywhere. Like we went to a shopping mall, like the big Westfield one. There was military, like with the big Kalashnikovs, like military everywhere. Like they're coming out from like the restaurants, like drinking their small coffees, like espressos, and you're just like, what the like, what's going on? Like I bet like 20 years ago this wasn't happening, but now due to a lot of mishandling of everything, obviously we're not safe anymore in Western Europe. Eastern Europe, different story more or less, but Western, guys, you're not really doing that well. And because I did not film anything from Paris because it was very cold, it was windy, and I was really afraid of pickpockets. So I didn't want to just hold my selfie stick with my phone around. Like it would have been too dangerous. And I wasn't alone. I was with a friend. I was visiting a friend. So yeah, I just couldn't. I couldn't be bothered. And I was very tired because my friend lives like 1 hour away from the city center of Paris. So I was tired. I was tired. It was a lot of tourism. Like, guys. Okay. So this guy, like, you should go and watch his video. Paris has changed, shocking footage. So I don't think that footage is that shocking. I don't think it's that insane what he's showing. Just because I guess I've lived in big city before, and I mean these things. I don't want to say they're normal, but they're to be expected in those big cities. I don't think it's normal. I really don't think that, but it's to be expected. I mean, you have so many people right now coming from everywhere in those. I mean, see here, have a burn motorbike or whatever. Like it's insane. That's not okay. But you have so many people coming in, so it's normal to have this clash and to have these people like not really of making an effort to integrate. They sleep on the streets. Doing their own thing. Like, yeah, it's difficult. It's very difficult. And France, I think it's not just Paris, but in general, France is unfortunately a victim of this whole I say like open border things, because it's not anymore like as I said, I couldn't feel the French vibe really. I couldn't feel like I was see here you have the military. Like he didn't really want to film the military, but you have guys like this like everywhere, which is insane to me. Like even like when I was living in London, because I used to live in London, um you didn't really see the military. You only saw them like at airports, which fair. It shouldn't be like that as well, but it just is like, what do you want to do about it? But yeah, I mean, he's going around showing that there are a lot of like crashed windows. There's a lot of graffiti. I think he showed somewhere graffiti. There are some stores that are shut down. Like you should also go to like you should go to London, and you should write here like London and see how much London is also changing. Like it's insane. But yeah, I mean, you have this everywhere. Like it's not. I guess it didn't really. I mean, it did bother me, but I just wanted. I walked straight, and I was just like, okay, I'm out of here. But that's my problem, like with Emily in Paris. Like I don't want Emily to start reflecting, the reality of Paris, because it's like a fairy tale. It's a romanticized version of Paris. But imagine you have like people from somewhere else and they're like, oh my god, yeah, let's go to Paris. It's probably going to be like that. And they're like, okay, well, that's why a lot of people like get their things stolen in those cities, because they don't know, they don't have this caution in in themselves. They think, oh yeah, it should be fine, the European Union is so safe. Well, no, we're like, no, like here is getting so dangerous to live. Like you have so many Western, you have so many people from Western countries actually moving back to their original countries, like in Eastern Europe, because there's a lot of migration from east to west. Well, there was, but now actually you do see a lot of people that came here like 20 years ago going back because it's getting dangerous. Like a lot of people are even leaving the UK because they don't want to have their kids, first the woke thing, then you have this cultural shift, let's put it that way, religious shift. So it's, yeah. So yeah, I mean, you have Emily that is basically showing us this like very fairy tale, very fairy tale vibe of Paris. And then you have like the military actually, like you cannot go out without seeing the military. So what are we even talking about? But as I said, my experience wasn't bad. Like I cannot really say that my experience was bad. It's just maybe because I'm used to those things. Kind of like I live in semi big city. I mean, yeah, it's actually a lot of people in the city I live, and I live close to even bigger cities. So these things are more or less like, I mean, yeah, they exist. What can you do? But like, you just walk straight. You don't make eye contact. You just walk, and I'm very thankful that I didn't have bad experience. But it really kind of shocked me, like the military, especially going around. But when it comes to like to cleanness and to order, I mean, I didn't see anything stealing something. It was really more or less peaceful. But yeah, Emily in Paris did lie to me. Like Emily told me everything is like beautiful in Paris, like she loves it, but okay, I don't know. I don't know, Emily. I don't agree with you. But I mean, so many people love living in Paris, so who am I to judge? I don't live there, and I mean, to be honest, I don't want to live there. I don't think I'm gonna go there to live even for a month or two. It's just too much for me. The metro, like if you don't live in the city center, you have to take the metro. And the metro just shows you that there are no French people left, like proper French people, which, I mean, come for me, I don't care. But I mean, also an immigrant. So it's not like I live in my country of origin, but yeah, you cannot really feel the French atmosphere is not there. Also, you have like many restaurants that have nothing to do with French cuisine. I mean, obviously, it's nice to have this diversity of like food, but yeah, I think this diversity of everything is just pushing away everything that was true to France and to Paris. So it's very sad. But I mean, yeah, it has France's politicians, and if they want to fix something, they should. I don't know, do what's best for you. I'm just gonna put it that way, and I'll see you in the next video, guys. It's very disjointed and chaotic video, but yeah, I didn't know how to formulate this video, but I just want to share it here, and I'm happy that Emily is showing us this romanticized version, to see what we have lost. you know. But yeah, I'm going to continue watching Emily in Paris. I don't really care that they're showing this romanticized version because it's not just Emily in Paris that does it. It's a lot of movies and shows, but we watch it for that to escape, to escape reality. Well, not to escape reality, but just to look at something pretty and laugh, have a cheap laugh, and that's not a bad thing. So yeah, do let me know down below what you think about Emily in Paris, romanticizing Paris. Obviously, there's so many videos about this, but yeah, I would like to hear your opinion. I'll see you in the next video, and as always, may the first be with you.